In the lush green forests of China lived an adorable young panda named Pao. Pao was a curious creature, brimming with youthful energy and innocence. His love for the forest was as profound as his love for bamboo, his favorite treat. His days were filled with playful adventures, climbing trees, exploring new parts of the forest, and of course, munching on juicy bamboo sticks. His black and white fur was a delightful contrast to the vibrant greens that surrounded him, making him a sight to behold. Even though he was young, Pao had a wisdom about him. He was always eager to learn about the world around him. He would watch the birds as they built their nests, observe the squirrels as they busily collected acorns, and gaze at the stars when night fell over the peaceful forest. His curiosity was boundless, his spirit uncontainable. However, Pao's life wasn't all fun and games. He was a solitary creature, as pandas often are. His life was devoid of the companionship that many other animals in the forest enjoyed. His interactions were limited to occasional encounters with other creatures who, like him, preferred solitude. But Pao was different. Deep down, he yearned for something more, something he couldn't quite understand. There was a certain melancholy in Pao's eyes, a longing for something more than bamboo sticks and solitary adventures. He yearned for companionship, for meaningful connections, for friendship. He didn't know how to go about seeking it. Pao was content with his solitary life, or so he thought, until he met a group of unique animals. On a sunny afternoon, Pao stumbled upon a group of animals: a mischievous monkey, a timid rabbit, and a wise old turtle. Each of these creatures, distinct in their own ways, painted a vibrant picture of the forest's diversity. The monkey, full of energy, swung from branch to branch, his laughter echoing throughout the forest. His tricks were endless, an embodiment of unbridled joy and mischief. He was playful, perhaps a little naughty, but his spirit was infectious, even to a young panda like Pao. Then there was the rabbit, a stark contrast to the monkey. She was gentle, her eyes reflecting a world of caution and hesitation. She was shy, her movements tentative, and she preferred the quiet comfort of her burrow to the monkey's boisterous games. Yet there was a kind of strength in her caution, a resilience that Pao found admirable. Lastly, there was the turtle. Old and wise, he moved slowly but with purpose. His eyes held 1,000 stories, tales of seasons changing, rivers flowing, and trees growing. His wisdom was the forest's backbone, his slow yet steady pace a testament to the power of patience. Pao's initial interaction with these animals was a peculiar mix of curiosity and awkwardness. He was a panda, after all, a creature of solitude. But the monkey's laughter, the rabbit's quiet strength, and the turtle's wisdom intrigued him. He found himself drawn to them, pulled into their world of camaraderie and companionship. It was a world that was unfamiliar but inviting, a world that promised the joy of shared experiences and collective wisdom. And so, despite their differences, an unlikely friendship bloomed. The playful monkey, the timid rabbit, the wise turtle, and the curious panda found common ground, their interactions weaving a tapestry of shared moments that formed the heart of the forest. From that day forward, Pao found himself spending more time with his newfound friends. They taught him about the forest, about friendship, and most importantly, about himself. This was the beginning of a journey of friendship and self-discovery, a journey that was just getting started. As days turned into weeks, Pao realized he was no longer the solitary panda he once was. He had found companionship in the most unlikely of places, and with it, a sense of belonging he'd never experienced before. Every day brought a new adventure, a new lesson, and a new memory, all shared with his newfound friends: the squirrel, the rabbit, the bird, each unique in their ways, yet bound together by the invisible threads of friendship. They taught him how to share, not just food, but experiences, laughter, and even the silence of a peaceful moment. Food tasted better when shared, Pao learned. The bamboo shoots they found in the forest, the berries they picked from the bushes, the fresh water they drank from the stream, everything was more enjoyable when shared with friends. It was no longer about surviving alone, but thriving together. Playtime had a whole new meaning too. Pao found joy in the squirrel's agile games, the rabbit's playful hops, and the bird's melodious songs. The forest was no longer a place of solitude. It was a playground filled with laughter and happiness. The strength of their bond was most evident when danger lurked. When the shadows of the forest grew long and menacing, they stood together, each ready to protect the other. Pao with his strength, the squirrel with its swiftness, The rabbit with its agility, and the bird with its sharp sight, they all brought something to the table. Their unity was their strength, their friendship their shield. In this journey, Pao learned a precious lesson. He learned that companionship was not just about being together, it was about being there for each other. It was about lifting each other when one falls, about cheering each other when one succeeds. It was about the shared moments of joy, the collective strength in danger, and the comforting silence in peace. Pao discovered that the warmth of friendship was something he had unknowingly craved. He realized that he was richer for having friends, that his world was brighter, his heart fuller. He understood that friendship was not a weakness, but a strength that could move mountains, a strength that could light up even the darkest corners of the forest. One day, a fierce storm struck the forest, causing chaos and fear among the animals. The once tranquil home of our young panda, Pao, and his friends, was now a scene of utter turmoil. The storm was relentless, showing no mercy, and in the blink of an eye, it had caused a flood. The rabbit, with his tiny legs and delicate frame, was trapped on an island, surrounded by rapidly rising waters. Now, this wasn't an ordinary predicament. This was a test of friendship, a test that would measure the strength of the bond between Pao and his friends. But Pao, our brave panda, didn't see it as a test. To him, it was a call for action, a call to safeguard his friend. With the monkey's agility and the turtle's wisdom, Pao embarked on a daring rescue mission. They had one goal in mind: to save their friend from the clutches of the storm. The monkey swam from tree to tree, his nimbleness cutting through the storm's fury. The turtle, with his years of wisdom, navigated through the flood, his steady pace unwavered by the rushing waters. Pao, driven by the strength of his friendship, led the way. His heart pounded in his chest, not with fear, but with determination. He was a beacon of courage, his actions fueled by the love he held for his friends. The rescue mission was fraught with danger, but they persevered, their resolve unshaken. Together they overcame the odds, proving that the strength of their friendship was mightier than any storm. They reached the rabbit, their hearts filled with relief, their spirits brimming with triumph. The storm had passed, and so had the test of their friendship, stronger than ever. Their bond, tested by adversity, emerged unscathed, only growing stronger. The experience had taught them an invaluable lesson: that the power of friendship is unyielding, capable of weathering any storm. As the sun rose, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Pao and his friends sat together, relieved and content. They had overcome the obstacles that had come their way, not by the strength of one, but by the solidarity of many. It was a dawn of realization for young Pao, a moment of reflection where he understood the true essence of friendship. In the soft glow of the morning, Pao looked at his friends. There was laughter, there were shared tales, and there was gratitude. Gratitude for each other, for the bond they shared, and for the strength that their friendship brought. They had become more than just friends, they had become a pack, a unit that stood together, strong and unyielding. Pao remembered the trials they had faced, the challenges that seemed insurmountable. But they had persevered, not due to the might of one, but because of the unity of all. Each friend had brought something unique to the table, their individual strengths combining to form an unbreakable bond. It was a bond forged in the heart of adversity, a bond that proved stronger than any obstacle. The young panda looked at his friends, at the group they had become, and he realized the true strength of friendship. It was not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about being together, about standing by each other, about supporting one another. It was about understanding that the strength of one could be magnified by the power of many. As they sat there, under the vast expanse of the sky, Pao and his friends knew they had learned a valuable lesson. They had discovered the true meaning of friendship, of unity, of strength. They had understood that it was not about facing the world alone, but about facing it together. It was about realizing that their individual strengths were amplified when they stood together. And so Pao learned that strength does not lie in being alone, but in being together.